Hello, everyone, and welcome back to This Month in Guns. Just kidding, it's This Week in Guns. It's brought to you by Patriot Patch Company and Primary Arms. Here on this show, we offer you commentary on the latest firearms industry news, information, and buzz. I'm your host, Matthew Larosiere, and I'm here with my co-host, @Sean Herrin. @Sean Herrin, how are you?
I'm great. Didn't we look that guy up once and he was just this dweeb?
Yeah.
So like me, but cooler.
Yeah, like you, but yeah, more stable or something. Emotionally available.
So I caught that little This Month in Guns joke.
So there was a cacophony of issues that went down, but we just fixed them. Sean has taught me now how to do the show if he's not around,
Absent.
Yeah, if he's absent, and
like
so
my father.
like both of our fathers.
Oh, good.
That might explain something. Well, but yeah, so now we'll be coming back at you regularly. Praise be to God. So
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, it's been, but luckily, not too much has really happened in guns in that period of time.
Really? Because I've seen a lot of outrage on the internet.
Well, that's a perpetual state.
Oh, I always get confused.
I mean, do you think there's been that much?
No.
No. Okay. Well, yeah, I agree. There's always something going on, and people are always DMing me, going, "Is this the end of the world?"
And just start saying yes. I think
I was saving it, but I think you're right. I'm never going to be able to cash it in.
Yeah.
Speaking of cashing in,
all right, let's do that.
Who's that?
It's Primary Arms.
Primary Arms. That's our friend.
Actually, go back one.
What do you mean? Oh, on this?
What helmet was that? Go back to.
No. Yeah, that's a helmet.
Who dat? Oh, is that Team Wendy?
It's a Wendell.
Yeah, Team Wendell.
Yeah, I have a knockoff Team Wendy helmet because I'm really cheap.
I have Hardhead Veteran.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, it's another one for cheap people.
They're not that cheap. Mine was like $600.
Yeah, I think mine was like $400.
But when you compare that with OpsCore or something,
right,
it is pretty inexpensive, I guess.
Right. Yeah, and isn't Team Wendy like $1,200 or something?
I think, I don't know.
Well, anyway, Primary Arms, they've got sales as always. This is a pretty cool sale on this one with the Team Wendy helmet. If I could get it to stay on screen, 12% off site wide in case your loved ones didn't get you what you actually wanted.
Did you get what you actually wanted for Christmas?
I mean, I'm kind of old now, so I don't feel like that's a thing that happens anymore.
So I have a Christmas list, but it only lasts about 5 minutes because whatever I put on that list, I buy myself. So I feel bad for anyone who has to gift me anything.
I feel really bad for anyone who has to gift you anything. I will say my girlfriend got me a really cool gift, and it was this definitely the smallest gift I got it, but it was really good. She got me a Hatsune Miku air freshener that was the same color as my truck. And so I now have this air freshener of this little anime girl hanging from the rear view of my 95 Chevy 1500, and I just think it's the best thing ever. So that was my best Christmas gift. What was yours?
Let's see. Oh, I don't know. That's actually a good question. I got some clasps, some clamps, if you will, to tie stuff down in the truck, in the bed of the truck. So it uses 550 cord, and it's just some cool little clamps and stuff. It's probably my coolest one. Just one that I'll use all the time. I also just had to go look up Hatsune Miku.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, and now rest in peace my search engine history.
It's good music. But
imagine the ads I'll be getting now.
Yeah, good stuff.
But yeah, if you were going to get one thing from Primary Arms as a gift right now, what would it be?
For me or for someone else?
For you.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's look. Let's see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the category of things that we like.
Okay.
Firearms. Okay, there we go. Firearms. AKs. That's not firearms. Silly category. See more. Where's actual firearms? Oh no.
No.
Do they not have any AKs in stock?
No, they totally do. I think
no, they have to.
I think he did a thing that says parts and accessories. So go to firearms.
Firearms. Yeah.
AK
AK rifles.
There you go.
Here we go. All right, which one of these would I get?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm,
Are they all in stock? I can't tell.
most of them are not in stock. So
Okay.
of the ones that are in stock,
Sort by in stock or hide out of
well, there's
stock.
only two.
Oh, okay.
uh,
Oh, yeah, 3.
I would get of these. I would get the Wasserem.
I was just gonna say, got to do the. Oh, no, I wouldn't get that.
No, so look, all right. We were having a discussion in my Discord about what would happen if 22LR was gone as a plinking cartridge, right? What would replace it? And I think what would replace it is 9 millimeter.
Yeah,
Um, so this is $600. It's a Romanian made AK with all of the fixins, right? And I hate that it takes Glock mags, but this is a
also,
great plinking practice gun for you to, train for your actual gun. And at the price, $600, you can't even buy an AK parts kit for $600 right now. I feel like it's just a really good deal.
all right, fair enough. I do like my 9 millimeter Draco, but
Oh, do you have one of those?
I do.
Yeah, see, this is like I don't really run pistol length AKs. Um, even SBRing them, I'm just not crazy about them. I really like either the mid length or the full length AKs.
Yeah, me too.
So I feel like if I was going to train with an AK, this would be the best option.
Boom. So get your next training AK at primaryarms.com. Coupon
Right
code.
now.
What's the coupon code?
Well, for right now, there's Save 12 for 12% off everything site wide. And I actually think I might buy this gun because 12% off of $600 is pretty good.
Agreed.
Yeah, but if that's not working, of course, we have a code where if you buy a optic, you get a free mount, and I believe that is code FRN.
Yeah.
Yep.
As
So be
far
sure
as
to check them out.
yeah, definitely.
And if it's not, always check out FRN.deals/PA to see all of the latest promotions that we have going on with our friends, Primary Arms.
And thanks for listening. Just
Oh my god.
I did a funny.
That was really good. Okay. Well, straight into the news then. Oh wait, what is this? We're not talking about this. So, Ohio. What do you think of when you think of Ohio?
What do I think of when I think of Ohio? Crushing financial despair,
Dust,
crack,
crack,
crime, criminality.
criminality.
Uh, these are all things. Jeremy Posderick, Rivers Edge. Rivers Edge
Oh,
Tactical. Yeah, in Valley
disgusting.
City, Ohio. These are the things. That's pretty much it. What do you think of?
I was going to ask you where concealed carry respect fits on that list.
I just assume that everyone there carries illegally.
Yeah, based. But anyway, they're trying to get you to think of that. They are working to become the 22nd constitutional carry state. So yeah, Ohio lawmakers are trying to get rid of the licensing requirement for carrying a concealed weapon. And of course, Yahoo News is complaining that this is not going to keep us safe, blah, 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 more guns in the street, this and that and the other thing.
They mentioned the FOP, and I was like, what's the FOP?
Ooh, look at this. They really have taste in guns.
Oh yeah. What is
there's an image of, I don't know, it's a swirly boy. It's one of them rotating guns.
Yeah, the revolutionary.
Yeah, a revolutionary gun, I think is what they call them. A revolutionary.
If you go down the page further, they've got a very terribly stippled Glock.
Oh wait, hold on.
And
that might be an ad. It's not on mine.
No. It's down there at the bottom. You have to expand the article. But you know what's really cool is that, they always want to talk about taking guns away, but they also want to defund the police. But then in an article about, the disaster that will happen if they have constitutional carry, of course, they quote a bunch of people from the Fraternal Order of Police.
The Fraternal Order of Police, which is the closest thing to the mafia that exists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there it is. That
Which is it? You know the meme where it's a guy wiping his forehead and there's 2 buttons and it's like,
yeah,
"Defund the police,"
yeah,
and
the
have the
decision
police take
meme.
the guns. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, defund the police slash we don't need them. And then on the other side is, but the police say you don't need guns.
Yeah, of
Uh,
course they don't.
It's yeah, it's fraternal order of police is one of the most like sketchy. Oh, and here's the guy. What?
Oh, yeah. Looking like
Nigel Thornberry. I hate Yahoo Finance.
it's really bad.
Yeah, it automatically makes you click on things that aren't relevant.
So
But
their point, though, is that they're ignoring the concerns of men and women who keep your family safe,
right,
AKA the police. And
allegedly.
yeah, last I knew, police didn't really stop a whole lot of crimes from happening. It's not like, TV where they're driving around patrolling and then they see the thing and they go stop everyone and it's a happy day for everyone. No, they're investigating the rape of your wife. And
That already happened.
yeah, that already happened. Like, give me a break with that nonsense. And also, are the cops good or are the cops bad? You're just zooming in on the
Yeah,
teeth.
I keep zooming in on Nigel Thornberry, Fraternal Order Police President's teeth. Um, no, it's like the doublespeak is amazing. The simple fact is, right, and you guys all know it. These everyone in Ohio is carrying illegally anyway. What does it matter? If we don't steal whatever it is, like $30 a year from ordinary normal people who just want to be able to shoot back at all of the rampant Nigel Thornberrys that are
Oh
on the
my God.
streets.
Yeah, totally. It just did the same thing to me, just randomly sent me to that other article.
Yeah, I wonder why Yahoo lost in the big search engine war.
Yeah, it probably has a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, except for in Japan where they love them for
So,
some reason.
did this pass the bill 215? It
See.
looks like the Senate Republicans passed the bill.
Right.
And I'm actually very interested in who introduced this bill because I've got a good buddy named Sean his name is Sean Maloney. He runs Second Call Defense. He's a criminal defense attorney and a huge advocate in Ohio.
Listen, man, legislators do not want to hear the concerns of the men and women who keep your family safe, okay?
It's fair.
They aren't interested in the balance between public safety and individual freedom.
It's true.
So,
It
like,
is.
which one? Well, you know what? This is the reading from the article. You know who is interested?
Who?
The 24,000 members of the Ohio Fraternal Order of Police. They're interested.
I don't believe you.
Listen, many police personally own guns. Many of them use guns recreationally, poorly, and some of them strongly support the rights of law-abiding citizens to do the same. However, because it keeps everyone safe, the Fraternal Order of Police support the current legal requirement for people to tell officers during a traffic stop or other interaction that they have a weapon in easy reach. This bill would eliminate the need for a permit. It would eliminate the need for training, the need to notify police, and it would eliminate the duty that a licensee keep their hands in plain sight at all times, the requirement to keep papers on you, and it would disallow our noble officers from detaining anyone who has a gun. Because right now they can, if you have a gun, they can stop and make sure, they just want to make sure you're following the law.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They got a point.
I don't think so.
Well, the point is, how are we going to subjugate the masses if we can't willy-nilly, make arrests? And that is what a detention is, by the way. It is an arrest. The word arrest comes from French which is to stop. And so this is ridiculous. But it is funny. I am interested to see who's going to become the 22nd.
Yeah, there's a couple contenders right now, right?
Right. One of which is Florida. There was another article talking about this. We're not going to go too much into it because it's all theory crafting, but the governor, Ron DeSantis, has said that he would absolutely sign a constitutional carry bill if it came to his desk. I mean, but what else is he going to say if you ask him that, right? He's the governor. He's not the state legislature. I'm not sure if it'll happen, but constitutional carry has been evolving or developing and expanding very fast, and I think that's a good thing. Um, Perhaps we should start a betting pool though on who becomes 22.
I'm down. I'm actually down. Let me ask you this: why is subjugation of the masses like the reason that cops don't like constitutional carry? Because recently I was in Arizona, and they have constitutional carry, and I was pretty sure that I was going to be gunned down in the street by a white suburban mom, and none of that happened. So imagine my disappointment. Like, I've been to a lot of constitutional carry states, and they're all pretty fine.
You haven't gotten shot once?
No, not
Come
in.
on.
I just assumed that someone would like just like literally at a stoplight playing my rap music too loud, and they would just shoot me in the head.
They would just execute you.
As cause,
Yeah.
because it's constitutional carry, man. And just any random citizen, any everyday citizen can just carry a gun without without the sheriff doing a background check first.
Yeah. Well, as we all know, constitutional carry is legalized murder. It's obvious, right? So,
It clearly is.
but to actually answer the question you asked was, is it subjugation? Well, no, I actually think the reason police oppose, elimination of permit requirements is because there's been a boon for them whenever they catch people, oftentimes drug dealers or whatever, who have a gun, who are carrying a gun or whatever for personal defense, and they can't get anything to stick, right?
Mhm.
They can't prove that they had intent to sell. They can't prove this. They can't prove that. They've always got that backup charge to get people on. And I've had multiple officers in Florida like tell me stories about how, I knew this guy was up to no good, blah. I knew he was up to no good. I pulled him over and I saw a gun in his center console, so I arrested him for open carry. And it's like, bruh, like,
Yeah.
that's what it's the narcotic effect. They've gotten so used to having that easy, easy. Oh, you got a gun? You don't have the paper? Boop, that's it. I don't have to do an investigation. You're out.
That kind of stuff annoys the hell out of me. I was driving back from hunting. Did I already tell you the story?
No.
I was driving back from hunting. I was in my Sprinter van. It was about
Sprinter van.
10 o'clock at night. We were on I-70, and there's a state patrol in the middle median facing the opposite direction on an
Middle
interstate.
median.
Yep. I was doing 75. I was doing exactly the speed limit. I had cruise control set. We were just chilling along, cruising along. I passed by this state patrol guy who is again facing the opposite direction, and this semi right at that moment passes by me doing about 85, 90
Nice.
in the left lane. I was in the right lane. Then the state trooper swings out, and I was like, oh dang, that truck about to get nailed. And then he pulls behind me and turns his lights on.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay. And so he comes up, and he was pleasant and all that. I have insurance and registration and a driver's license and all those things, and I gave them to him. And then my buddy who's in the passenger seat of the van, he's like, so what did you actually pull us over for? And he's like, oh, your license plate light is burned out. And I'm like, how did you see that when we were going by at 75 miles an hour facing the opposite direction from you? I saw it in the mirror. It's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. It's a Sprinter van, and you pulled it over, and you were just digging for some other crap. And it's so annoying.
Was the light out?
Probably. I don't know. I never
Oh,
checked.
you never checked?
No, I don't care. Like, of all the dumb things in the universe, if you're behind me, are your headlights on? Cool, you can see my license plate.
Yeah.
Like, what dumb piece of crap, nonsense, BS fishing expedition.
I got pulled over in my El Camino because they said the number plate light was out. I knew for a fact it was not out. It was because I was driving an El Camino.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
this
is like a windowless panel van driving your state at night. They were looking for drugs, and instead he just inconvenienced me for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, he was thinking you could fit a lot of drugs in that thing.
Yeah, exactly. It turns out you can, because that's what we were trafficking. But
of course.
Yeah.
But you kept my mouth shut, and that's good.
Exactly. I listened to the STFU lawyers.
Right. So next up, who do you think is the biggest gun salesman of the past 3 presidential persons?
Obama.
Nope.
What?
Yep. We got an article from Newsweek that
Oh.
says that gun sales and background checks in Joe Biden's first year are near Trump's and Obama's combined. That's awesome.
That is awesome. Although I don't give President Biden credit for that.
Why not?
Because I think that
He worked hard.
it had more to do with toilet paper than it did
You're 100% right.
with Joe Biden.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. People get really freaked out when you can't buy toilet paper. And also just, maybe all of the social unrest that's happening.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my friend who contacted me after the Jonathan Rittenbowser trial?
I don't think so, no.
Oh my God. So, but yeah, so just real quick, the number of gun sales and background checks completed in Joe Biden's first year in office is nearing the combined numbers during the first years of former presidents Donald Trump and Barack Obama. So that's, I mean, it is something, but to explain that phenomenon, it has very little to do with the president, like you said. So just to put an example on it, right after, Mr. Stephen H. Kyle Hauser was acquitted of shoplifting, I was contacted by somebody I know, a friend of mine, and he's very different from me politically, and he was so livid, and I, he's like, "What do you think of this murder and stuff?" I'm like, "Dude, don't ask me about that stuff." So
I love how you
he,
frame that question. What do you think about that murder?
well, it was whatever, and he was being fairly reasonable and stuff, but then he gets to the point of it. It was just like, "I'm gonna need a gun," and I was like, he's like, "You always tell me, AKs are good, blah, blah, blah. I want an AK." And so I actually tell him, I'm like, "Man, I will sell you an AK for any reason in the world, but I have to let you know that the Rittenhouse verdict is the stupidest reason I will have ever sold an AK in my life."
Yeah.
But that's happening. Uh, you can't. There's no other explanation.
Wow. Wow.
Have you ever heard of a stupider reason to buy an AK?
Just because you want accuracy? No. I just like, of all the silly things, like when did Kyle Rittenhouse become the boogeyman? It's just like the craziest.
I mean, it's
verse.
well, but it's also like, okay, so yeah, let's say you believe this is a tremendous injustice or whatever, right? Fine. Why, but that translates to I am in danger.
Yeah. Like Millhouse and the Simpsons bus. I'm in danger.
That was Ralph.
I don't get, oh yeah, Ralph, thank you.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Like, do people just, they just think that some white dude's going to break into their house and like shoot them dead?
Yes.
Or they're just in the street and they're just going to be dead soon. Like, I just don't get it, man.
I don't either, but I'm glad to get AKs out there. I literally don't care why.
True. That is fair.
Yeah.
Totally agree. But also at the same time, like, what the hell?
Right.
And it's weird. Like, did you ask him, like, what is that? What he's afraid of? Like, what is the
I have a personal philosophy, and it is literally, if they want an AK, just give it to them. That's it.
Fair.
I that's the one thing I said is that's the stupidest thing ever. And like and this is a smart guy and he's a good guy.
I assume, like, if you're buddies, he's probably not a dipshit.
Yeah. I mean, I do have some dipshit friends, but
yeah, me.
This isn't one of them. His last name doesn't sound like a fish, but yeah. Anyway, it's just another example of the hilarious clown world that we live in now.
Good Lord.
But
Well,
so
good.
Going along, we've got some good news. Ninth Circuit has issued a stay freezing California's high clap ban. So that's good.
That is good.
Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit issued a stay Tuesday, which prevents the enforcement of California's large capacity magazine ban while an appeal is made to the Supreme Court. That's interesting. It's not every day that you get stays pending Supreme Court appeals because, as we always know, the Supreme Court is not, they're gun shy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. They are like, nobody wants to do that and come out on the wrong side of history, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have it was Benitez, I think, that originally was basically.
Well, the original case back in 17,
Yeah.
was Benitez.
But then that got overturned or reversed, or he declared that it was unconstitutional. And then he put a stay on his own thing. And then a lower court reversed that ruling in the Ninth Circuit. I think it was a 3-judge.
Okay, so Benitez is a trial court judge, right?
Okay.
So he's level 1. All right.
Okay.
So in 17, he ruled against the ban, and then that was upheld by a panel a year later.
Mm-hmm.
They sent it back for reconsideration on something else. He ruled again against it in 2019. And like the circuit. Oh my God, how can I explain this? It was held unconstitutional.
Yes.
But
that was that was en banc, right?
Well, no. That was before en banc.
Okay.
So after it was repeated, it's like, this is okay. It's, his ruling's okay. So en banc means all of the judges, or at least like a quorum of judges come together.
Yeah. Okay.
And hearing a case. And of course, what do you think is going to happen when you get an en banc Ninth Circuit, right? You've got Hawaii hanging out. You got California hanging out. They're all, and they reversed it.
Yeah. That was 2020.
That was 2021.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So now one of the plaintiffs has filed a motion to stay this newest ruling while they appeal it to the Supreme Court. Remember, who has discretionary jurisdiction.
Okay.
So they've partially stayed this for now, right? While it's going, it's only for 150 days. But they got 150 days to file a petition for writ at the Supreme Court, which is basically saying, court, please respect our rights. And then once they do that, the stay will continue until the case is disposed by the Supreme Court. So it's pretty good.
It's interesting. Now, the question that I think everyone has is is there any chance of the Supreme Court taking this case?
Yeah, there's a chance.
Okay, yeah. So
you're saying there's a chance? And so, but this isn't, and remember, it's only a partial stay, right? So it just means that people can keep the mags that they got.
Yeah.
Previously.
Yeah. During Freedom Week.
Yeah, their Freedom Week mags get to, which, by the way, how many mags did you send into California that week?
Dude, I know people ordered like so many.
Yeah, well, you couldn't get them.
No. And
yeah. No, I'm saying I personally sent like 100 mags.
Oh, geez. No, I sent 0.
Really?
Yeah, let those losers buy them themselves. I'm just kidding.
You didn't have any friends that needed mags?
If I did, they bought them. Like they didn't ask me. I would have sent anyone a mag that wanted one.
Yeah.
I
literally had, I had just over the years amassed a bunch of junky mags. So like I had all these junk mags, and my friends were like, do you still have all those set me mags? And I'm like, yeah, I got them for $1.99 here. Here.
No, actually no one asked me for them, but I should have, what I should have done? I should have like had people's, well, see, I live in Colorado, so that creates a little bit of a problem.
Oh yeah. You've got your own issue.
Yeah, we've got our own issues, but what I could help
forget that
if they have another Freedom Week is like find a state that's free and have a bunch of listeners send any mags that they don't want to the free state, and then have the free state distribute those to California citizens that want them.
That would be funny.
Yeah, but not $2 set me mags, because then what you do is you flood the market with magazines that don't work, and murder drops by 25%.
It's all High Point stendos.
I actually have quite a few of those, honestly.
And they don't work.
They work.
Korean drum mags.
They work ish. KCI drum mags.
Yeah. If you want to prevent murders, flood the market with KCI drum mags.
So true. So true.
Yeah, because that stuff straight don't work.
Yeah, like 1 out of every 10 will be halfway okay.
Yeah, and then when you say halfway okay, you mean it'll get through a 20-round string, maybe?
Yes. Yeah, 50 round drum mags is a lie. It holds 50 rounds, but it only functionally shoots 20.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, we got another cool thing going on in Georgia. So in Georgia, of course, they have a concealed carry permit thing, and as part of the permit process, you go through a background check. Well, there was a lawsuit filed in Georgia, and the Supreme Court of Georgia has ruled that for now, even if you can't get your background check back, if they've completed everything else, give them the license.
Good.
Yep.
Because anything else is basically just infringement, right? Like, or anything else is just unlawfully delaying something.
Right. Right. No, so actually, no, this is final. This is final ruling. So what happened is there was a DeKalb County probate judge who denied carry licenses on the ground that the criminal background check didn't show a completed outcome. This has happened a lot, and I've seen this happen a lot to people where basically they'll get arrested for something, they'll open the case, it'll get dropped, and then the court never closes it. And so they keep coming up as a delay or whatever in Nix, and that's why we were supposed to have that rule, right? Because all this kind of crap happens, it happens constantly, right? And the default should be to give them their stuff, because if it was prohibiting, guess what? There would be a final judgment there.
Right.
But this judge was saying, no, he didn't use the background check, it didn't come back, so you can't have it.
Yeah. Having built-in time limits, like, hey, government, you get X number of days to do your thing. Otherwise, we're just gonna go the side of freedom and let the dude have his thing. Like, that's how it should be. Because otherwise, it's just a de facto gun ban.
Exactly. Well, de facto carry ban.
Carry ban.
And well, same thing with the Nick's background checks. That is a de facto gun ban for people who are unlucky. You know what I like the most about this? The guy who was one of the named plaintiffs who was denied his carry license. His name is Clinton Bell. The opposite of former president. So Bill Clinton Bell.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
That is cool. But yeah, this is good. I love when people err on the side of citizens' rights.
All right. Yep, for sure. And last up, I mean, we've talked a lot about sanctuaries and this type of stuff on our show. And we've put a lot of pressure that none of this stuff counts if you don't tie your own hands, if you don't have a penalty for your officers who, do the stuff anyway, and if you don't straight up like say no federal enforcement by state, no enforcement of federal possession laws by state actors. Well, Alabama is stepping up here. We have a article about two bills which are going up: Senate Bill 2 and House Bill 7. These would create the Alabama Second Amendment Preservation Act. Why can't they all just like settle on a name like Protection or whatever?
I don't know.
Second Amendment Preservation Act.
SAPA.
Yeah, it's a SAPA, but they like changed it a little bit.
Yeah.
And it would prohibit state law enforcement from enforcing any federal law or other legislation regarding the regulation of firearms, accessories, or ammunition, set penalties for agencies that violate the law. First offense is a Class C misdemeanor with a fine of minimum of $500, and all other offenses is a Class B misdemeanor with a minimum fine of $1,000. So this is a lot like Missouri's law that we spoke very much in favor of.
Yeah. With the caveat that I think that they're reasonably toothless, but just cool in general. Right? Would you agree?
Well, so most sanctuary laws, or this type of law, right, this breed of law, I don't know whether to call it sanctuary or SAPA or whatever at this point because they keep changing it, are toothless. These, though, do appear to have teeth. There are quite a few out there that are actually getting down and putting real consequences. There was one recently that went by with a $25,000 fine, and that I really liked because that your local police department is going to have something to say for the cop that takes an action that winds up with them being liable for 25 grand.
Yeah.
I think Alabama missed the mark here with $1,000 for all subsequent offenses, and it's a misdemeanor well, you'll have to prove individual fault, right, for criminal liability to attach. That's going to be very difficult. And for $1,000, I think that, the only place where you're going to have real problems with this are going to be in the bigger cities. I could totally see a Birmingham or some, um, college town police force deciding that it's just worth it
hmm
and just doing it. So I feel like they got to crank it up.
Yeah, I agree. Like 25,000, awesome. This other one,
Yeah.
like 500,
Yeah.
1,000, like who cares?
Yeah, really. I mean, like how much I don't know how much Birmingham police spend in a day, but I'm guessing $1,000 would be washed out pretty quick
Yeah,
if they wanted to get rid of somebody.
totally agree.
Yep. And there's another bill also pending, House Bill 13, which is kind of like a Kansas style or even the Texas style um, suppressor and other gun type stuff. It would prohibit state law enforcement from enforcing any federal bill or other legislation pertaining to the regulation of firearms, just like the other one. However, it would only pertain to those made and sold within the state of Alabama.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
I find that actually very interesting. I
Right.
know we've talked in depth about them and like why they're good, why they're not good.
But caveat, Alabama does have an independent state, you know, weird little laws like, you're not allowed to have a cane gun and whatever.
Boo.
Ooh. Cane guns now.
I want a cane gun real
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, just because you said why? Because you said I can't have it. It must be really good.
Exactly. I mean, listen, I know they suck, but I really want them.
Well, there must be some reason that we're not supposed to have them. Like if there must be a reason that they're good.
100%.
Government doesn't ban anything that's like completely not cool.
Right, exactly. Like crack.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, first they make it and then they try to take it away from us.
Exactly. It's just the
What the
dumbest
heck?
thing ever. Like they made it to addict the citizenry,
Yep.
and now they just take it away.
Then they decide to just be a dick to the citizenry.
Yeah. Weak. Y'all weak.
It's not weak.
What isn't weak?
Our friends.
Who are they?
Patriot Patch Corporation.
Got
They
it
got
right.
the Die Hard drop.
Oh, that's what that was. I saw a picture, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was. Now it all makes sense.
They've got all kinds of Die Hard theme stuff. This kind of makes me upset because I really want Nog.
That's actually, dang. All right, that's pretty good.
Although that AUG is wrong, but at least it's the type of AUG you can actually get.
The details are pretty cool. It's got Carl on the radio, the cop in the parking garage, or the cop outside, I mean.
Yeah.
Very
Die
good.
Hard, party hard.
And that's what's also great, because Patch of the Month is a thing. The bloody footprint. Welcome to the party, pal. And the
Come
Beretta.
out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Good stuff.
And they also they do a lot more than just patches. They sent me this metal thing.
What do you do with that? Is it a shirt?
No, it's metal. It's a wall thing. You can put it up. It's art.
Oh,
The Tree of Liberty. The you got to make the blood go on it.
Well, let me take this out of my shirt then.
What do you got there?
I had one of those. I was just wearing it like a t-shirt.
Oh no! Your level 0.2A armor.
Yes. It's not quite stab resistant, but
it will resist 22 short.
If someone punches you, it will cut you as it dents in. So it's like stab inducing armor. No, but those are, I actually have those. I can see one on the wall right out there, and I have one in my classroom.
Do you have this one up? The Liberty Tree one?
Yeah. The Tree of Liberty should be watered.
You got to put blood on it.
Patriots.
Every 200 years.
Yeah.
You got to put blood on it. It's important.
Yeah. Love that. So if you don't like patches, which I don't even want to know you if you don't, but that's neither here nor there. They got the little metal things. Also, if you would like to put Velcro things on your refrigerator, they've got the little patch wall that just
magnetic patch wall.
Yeah. I keep those on my whiteboards.
I put mine on the floor for like 1 second and it's all corgi hair now.
Nice. It's basically made of corgi hair.
Yeah. But since it's the soft side, you can just blow it off.
Nice.
Yeah, wow, that comes right off. Really high quality magnetic patch board. Corgi hair resistant.
Yep. Magnetic is steel, not dogs.
Yeah.
All All right, love it. So yeah, patriotpatch.co, coupon code TWG10.
TWIG10, twig. Like
Twig 10. Twig 10. God, you'd think I'd know the stupid coupon codes, but apparently I don't.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We will see you again next week, I promise.